have a word for someone or for some people, but this is a word, and you have to continue to stay encouraged, and you have to continue to keep going no matter what. No matter what people do to you, no matter what they say to you, no matter how they make you feel, do not let people make you become someone that you're not, or do not let people trick you out of all the work that you've been doing to get your heart right. Don't do that. A lot of times people try to manipulate you, and they will try to hurt you and poke at you and poke at you and poke at you to try to manipulate you so you can become them. So you can be just like them. So they can say, see, he ain't special. She ain't special. Look at her. She's bitter like me. He's bitter like me. She ain't got no heart. He ain't got no heart. That makes them feel good. You know why? Because your kindness literally puts people to shame. Do you know that? Do you know that your kindness really puts people to shame? Do you know that? It literally puts people to shame, and that's the word. Your kindness is putting them to shame, and it has already put a lot of people to shame. Okay? Let me tell you something. What you do behind closed doors is extremely important, because no matter where you are in the world, no matter if you go to school, you're around family, around people, what matters is who you are behind closed doors, because when no one's around you, it's just you and God. It's just you and God. And this is why God stresses to us so much that he wants us to be blameless. We're not supposed to be perfect, but he wants us to be blameless. As in, like, he does not want anyone to have anything to say about his child, about his children. He wants it to be that if someone says anything negative about you, they will instantly be put to shame. Because you know why? Because behind the scenes, your character is authentic, your character is honest, your character is loyal, your character is good, your heart is good. So even if there's no one out there to defend you, or even if the person doesn't see any proof, or anyone doesn't see any proof, no matter how many people they talk to about you, no matter how much they spread your name around, no matter what, right? No matter what, they're automatically put to shame. They're automatically put to shame. Why is that? Why is that? Because everything they said about you is not true, because your character is blameless, because you have a good heart, because you are a kind person. So instantly they're put to shame. And you know what's so crazy? A liar knows they're a liar. A liar knows they're a liar. So when a person tries to lie on you or tries to make you look like something that you're not, they know that they know that they are lying. You know who else knows they're lying? You know they're lying. And guess who else knows they're lying? God knows they're lying. Do you get what I'm saying? So even if a person thinks their ways are right and their ways are not wrong, let's just say someone thinks that what they know about you is true, and they can literally put that on everything, but it's not true. Eventually, they're going to find out the truth, and they're going to be put to shame. Okay? They're going to be put to shame, because automatically, it's like, no matter what, because your character is good, you don't have to worry about anything. And this is why God wants you guys to continue being motivated, continue being confident through him, and to continue going no matter what. Because at the end of the day, you know yourself. You know yourself. You know who you are behind the scenes. No one's going to know you more than you know yourself. But no one's going to know you more than God knows you. You see what I'm saying? No one's going to know you more than God knows you. So you have to continue to just stay true to who you are. But your kindness is putting people to shame. And let me tell you something. This is why they hate you. This is why they don't like you. This is why they can't stand you. I put this word out yesterday. They can't stand you. This is why they can't stand you. You know why? Because you are kind. Kindness puts people to shame. Because every time someone looks at you, they are seeing something that they would have a hard time doing. It's like, imagine someone taking money from you and they owe you, and they're refusing to pay you back. And then behind the scenes, they're tarnishing you. They're treating you bad. And you're not bugging them for the money. You're not asking them for the money. You're like, you know what? Keep it. The person that you said keep it to, they're automatically going to be put to shame. And they're automatically going to feel bad about themselves because they know they deceived you. But not only do they know they deceived you, but it's the fact of how you handled it. It's the fact that, you know what, you're not even asking them back for it. It's the fact that you let them have it. That is what's going to make them dislike you even more. You ever hear people saying kindness kills? That's what it is. Because when you are kind to someone, you are reminding them of the work that they're failing to do within themselves. You are a reminder of that. Right? And every time a person has to think about the things they've done to you, it's like they start to dislike themselves. So instead, they will try to project that hate towards you because you are someone that's shining a mirror right in front of them. It's kind of like, hey, look at yourself. Look at yourself. every time they see you, every time they hear about you, it's like a mirror that's right in front of them, reminding them, hey, look. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they hate you. That's why they dislike you. That's why they can't stand you. Because your kindness automatically puts them to shame. That's what it is. And this is why God does not want you guys to change your ways and to be something that you're not and try to lower your standards to people's levels, because you know better. You get what I'm saying? You know better. And this is why God will continue to bless you. This is why God will make sure that your hands are not empty. This is why he will always make sure that you are full with love and with anything, with prosperity and abundance. Because if your heart is good, he will continue to fill your cup up. You get what I'm saying? He will continue to fill your cup up, right? Faith comes from a good heart. Faith comes from a good heart. Trust comes from a good heart. Honesty, integrity comes from a good heart. And when people do you dirty, best believe they don't sleep good at night. Best believe they always replay in their head the way they treated you. And because they're forced to face themselves, they're forced to reflect, right? They dislike you for that, because you are challenging them to reflect. You are challenging them to change. You are challenging them because every time they think about you, they got to think about what they did to you. They got to think about how kind you were to them. They got to think about how you could have stooped to their level, but you chose not to. And that's why most of the time they will try to manipulate you to doing it. So every time they think about what they did to you, right, they can literally say, oh, well, he did it to me as well, so therefore I don't feel bad about what I did to them because this person got revenge on me, which confirms they're not a good person anyways. People don't like to realize or admit that they hurt a good person, right? Because that's gonna force them to reflect. But when they hurt someone who is just as spiteful and just as rude and just as evil as them, they have a hard time reflecting. They're not going to want to reflect. It's almost like they feel good that they did it, right? You always make people feel ashamed when they think about you and when they look at you because of your good behavior. Because of your good behavior. Because I'm telling you right now, people know you have a good heart. They know you're kind. They know. Trust me, they know. They know. But they dislike you because you are forcing them to reflect. They dislike you because you can see through the mask. They dislike you because you are shining a mirror in front of them and you are showing them everything they need to work on. And they don't like that. They don't like that. They feel intimidated. They feel intimidated, right? These are the types of people that usually get away with everything negative. It's like all the hurt they do to people, they get away with it. They're used to getting away with things. And not only that, but they always bump into their match. It's almost like they're always meeting their match. They're always meeting someone who stoops to their level, right? So when they meet someone who is just consistently kind to them, it's almost like they actually met their match. You know what? As in like they met the opposite. So now they're forced to reflect. An example, this is the video I posted yesterday where I said that, you know, I gave you examples of like when you help someone in a relationship and you are the person in the relationship doing all the work, you're paying all the bills, you're doing everything, the other person may start resenting you. You get what I'm saying? The other person may start resenting you because you're being so kind, and it's almost like you're doing everything they would have a hard time doing for you. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they think about like, would I ever do this for him? Would I ever do this for her? And when they realize that they're not that kind of person, they don't have the kind of heart like you, it's almost like they start to feel bad about themselves, and they don't like the fact that you challenge them in that way. That's why God says be blameless. So when people talk bad about you and they persecute you, they lie on you, spread false news about you, they will be put to shame because your character behind the scenes is good. Continue to show kindness and continue to put these people to shame. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.